My wife deliberately suffocated our newborn son because she couldn't bring another man into this world, so I had her dragged from our home. Yesterday, she tried to kidnap him. My wife convinced me she wanted to have a baby, and for some reason, I let myself believe her. The day we got married, she dragged my butt to the hotel room where she had organized the whole rose petals and balloon display. And I guess love really is blind, because 3 weeks later, we saw the 2 pink lines pop up. At first, Anna was over the moon. We spent every weekend looking at baby catalogs together, and we had baby names for a girl and a boy. There was just one issue. Anna didn't have many female friends. The 2 she did have were still living in her hometown, and all the girls in her work were either jealous or bitter towards her. And after reading about how important girlhood is to a mother, I knew I had to do something. So I organized for her to go attend a local feminist group for women around her age. I figured they'd just be left-winged, regular people. I wish I had known while dropping my wife to the library that it was the last time I'd ever see her again. Because the woman that returned wasn't my wife, for the most part anyway. Usually when I see my wife, she wraps her arms around my neck and I twirl her around. But this time, I saw something I'd never seen before, hatred. But she smiled right after, and I figured that I had just imagined it. She told me the meetup had gone really well, and I was practically beaming with joy. I had no idea it was the calm before the storm. She continued to attend every Tuesday and Thursday. Sometimes it was even the highlight of her week. And after 3 months, she came home gushing about how excited she was for our baby girl to be born. I gently reminded her that we didn't know whether it was a boy or girl yet, but that's when her face turned super serious. I don't need an ultrasound to tell me what I already know. There's no way my body would bring another man into this world. I swear I thought she was pranking me. But then she proceeded to gag like it was the most disgusting thing in the world. Anna, come on. Boy or girl, it's our baby. That's all that matters, right? She turned away from me and started scrolling through her phone. I jokingly tapped her on the shoulder to get her attention again. Don't you dare, she hissed. You wouldn't understand. You're one of them. The words hit me like a slap. So I did what any husband would do in this situation. I called her sister. You see, up to this point, my wife had been perfect. I was hoping it was just the pregnancy hormones, but I needed to have a safety net in case things went south. And because I was an orphaned foster kid, that safety net had to be her family. According to her sister, Anna had always been extremely easily influenced by the wrong crowds. Usually it was just a phase, but she promised that if our child was a boy and anything happened, they'd be there to step up. I instantly breathed a sigh of relief. Fast forward to the 20-week ultrasound. It was a disaster. When the technician cheerfully announced, "It's a boy," Anna actually shoved the wand away and sat up. "Check again," she demanded. "You're wrong." The poor technician looked bewildered. "Ma'am, I've been doing this for 15 years. See here? That's definitely—" "I said check again," Anna interrupted. I had to physically hold Anna back as she lunged at the woman. The technician called for security, and we were escorted out. The day our baby was born should have been the happiest day of our lives. But even before the baby came out, the nurses confirmed it was a boy. I jumped up with excitement. My wife started screaming harder, as if the pain of the news was even worse than the pain of giving birth. And when baby Leo finally met me and his mom for the first time, my wife just lay in bed completely straight-faced, holding him at arm's length like he was a disgrace. As